have some new CNN exclusive reporting. Sources say the Homeland Security Inspector General first learned of missing Secret Service texts in May of 2021. That is more than a year before he alerted the January 6th committee. CNN's Whitney Wild is part of the team breaking this story. Whitney, do we have any idea why it took so long for DHS to notify the committee?
Well, certainly that is a question that every oversight body who has really any role in trying to untangle this wants to know. We don't have a direct answer on that yet, but it's something that we're continuing to figure out. But Casey, what we do know is that these congressional oversight committees had said that the Inspector General was aware of the missing text messages as of December 2021. But now sources are telling CNN that the Secret Service had notified the Office of the Department of Homeland Security's Inspector General that the text messages had been erased. They told them that they had this problem with the text messages being erased in May of 2021. So this information getting to DHS OIG 7 months earlier than we previously knew. The Secret Service has explained that the text messages were lost in previously scheduled data migration of agents' cell phones, and the committee and Kufari are both interested in these text messages because, Casey, they could shed a lot of light on what happened that day. So certainly could be important information that we just don't have now.
It absolutely could be. So the Secret Service knew that the data was lost after the migration. Did they do anything about that?
So here's what they did. They realized basically shortly after this data migration had concluded that the information really was gone. And the problem here is that key personnel didn't realize that these text messages would not be backed up anywhere. They didn't realize how absolute this data migration was. So to try to rectify the situation, they attempted to go back to the cellular provider to get that information back, to get that text message content back, but they couldn't do it. And Casey, again, that information communicated from the Secret Service to the OIG in May of 2021. Then in July, investigators for the Department of Homeland Security's Inspector General's office told DHS they were no longer seeking these text messages. So this timeline stopping and starting, Casey, but the bottom line here is if they couldn't retrieve this information back in May of 2021, and then in July, at some point clearly had concluded that they, for whatever reason, didn't need it or said that they were going to stop looking into it, then they restarted this investigation in December. The bottom line here is in that amount of time, it's very unlikely that they will get these records back. However, congressional leaders are not taking any of these answers and saying, okay, well, this is over. Just minutes ago, the chair of the Senate Judiciary Committee tweeted that he is calling on Attorney General Merrick Garland to investigate this. So a lot more to learn, Casey.
Pretty significant escalation there. Whitney Wild, thanks very much for that reporting. We really appreciate it. Let's discuss all of this with former senior investigator for the January 6th committee, John Wood, and former chief counsel to then Vice President Joe Biden, Victoria Nurse. Thank you both for being here. John, let me start with you. Do these missing text messages seem suspicious to you at all? I mean, is there any way that you think this is all above board?
Well, it's either something nefarious where somebody was trying to destroy evidence or it was real incompetence. And I would not rule out the possibility of incompetence. Those things happen in the government. But if so, it was a screw up on just a grand scale because this information is really important both to the January 6th committee in the House and potentially to the Justice Department as well. So, it's hard to understand how this happened.
Yeah, I mean, Victoria, what are the legal ramifications here if the texts were purposefully deleted? And it seems like there may be legal ramifications even if it was accidental.
Well, if it's intentional, then it's a felony. You can't destroy government records. But there's also another aspect I want to get into, which is that if Chad Wolf is in DHS and he's communicating to the White House, there's a whole separate document, retrieval system, the Presidential Record Act, that kicks in. And so you'd see it protected over there, too. And there are redundant systems in both of these bodies. So I don't know. I agree with Mr. Wood, that stupidity may be the, explanatory variable here. But it's getting to look very suspicious because what happens, in my experience, I was a baby lawyer on Iran-Contra, people do end up, when they're about to be caught, destroying documents.
Very some interesting perspective there.